So I came out here a little bit ago and checked, and one of the alligator snapper turtles was in a spot that I have never seen them in. And it's slightly worrying, but slightly not. So I'm gonna turn the light on and see if he's still right there. So this pond has some upper levels. This side has an upper level. That side has an upper level that those two hosta plants are sitting in on their pots. And then over here, there's a small upper level on this side. But all three of these upper levels on this side pretty much, or yeah, there's one right here too. They're covered by chicken wire, but there's one spot that's not, over by the waterfall, and that's where he's sitting actually. So let me turn the light on and see. Yep, right up there. So he was actually sitting with his head facing into the pond, just kind of sitting there with his back up into the corner there. And I mean, there's really nothing to stop him from climbing. I mean, it's a little bit of a climb to try and get out of there, but there's some rocks there. But honestly, alligator snap turtles, they don't want to leave the water. So I can't ever imagine him wanting to try and take the effort to climb out of there, which it's, like I said, it's a little bit of a climb to get to that, where those rocks are actually sitting. Those rocks right there, that's quite the climb from the water to get to those. It's probably like 5 inches up. I just can't see an alligator snapper turtle wanting to do that. So, but anyway, let's see. Oh wow, there's Koopa just waiting. He knows I probably have food if I'm sitting out here with a light facing in there. So let's give him some food because he is a correct. There's Yoshi over there. So let's do that. Here's what I have for them. Tilapia. I can just cut them into strips now that they're big enough now where that's not a problem. So let me just put this light here for now. Face that there. Let's see here. He's waiting for some right now. Let's make him come over here. Whoa. He's getting big. He's getting big. Oh, they're both right here now. See, this is what I worry about a little bit, because when they get really close like this, let me pause this for 1 second here. Hold on. All right. So when they get feeding at the same time, they come out at the same time for the same food sometimes, like right here. See? So I don't want them to fight it all. So this is the biggest piece right here. I'm gonna give this to Koopa because he's the biggest, but I just want them to not fight over fish and stuff like that. I'll give this big piece to Yoshi. That's a huge piece actually. And then I gotta follow it up with one for Koopa here. So there's Yoshi swallowing down that massive piece. And then here's Koopa right here. Let's see if we can get Koopa to lift up a little bit. Come here, Koopa. Let's see. Let's see if we can get him to come out a little bit right here. Give me. Oh. Yep. Let's see him once. Yep, he's getting big. He's definitely getting big. There he is. A little angry at me. So his carapace is getting really big. Like, it's bigger than my hand. His shell is definitely about 9 inches long now. So he is definitely getting big. And he just went and retreated into there, and then Yoshi is hanging out over there. So there they are. So yeah, a little quick feeding video for tonight. So when these little half logs are tipped upside down like that, I know they've been in here scurrying around trying to get crayfish, because there are still crayfish in here. But I know that they get them because I've seen the claws. You know, that's a telltale sign. The claws will just be laying on the ground. So sometimes they'll leave the claws. And I know that the crayfish will probably be running around trying to get underneath these half logs, and then the turtles will come in and kick those half logs up, tip them over to try and get to them. But I do know that the crayfish hide inside those planter bags, and I think that's the one area that haven't really found them in, because they hide in the folds of the fabric. So there's Yoshi over there. So they had a nice meal right now. He's just kind of hanging out there. So that is it for this one.